Alright, guys, so today I'll be talking about the brutal downfall of this genetic failure that I know in college. Well, actually, I knew him from way back in high school, but he wasn't my classmate or anything. I just saw him around. And from what I gathered, people just didn't want to be seen around him. Like, did not want to be associated with him just because of how he looked. Like, he pretty much had this, like, he was short, brown, and kind of like he was a sub five. Let's face it. He was like at least a three. He's a three in terms of looks. But yeah, and what's worse about it was he had this like raging acne all over his face, like from his face up until his entire body, pretty much like head to toe, just covered in acne. Like, like it wasn't even just like a normal type of acne. It was literally like Lovecraftian, even like literally stuff oozing out of it, like literally white like stuff like oozing from it or black stuff. Like, yeah, very much like Lovecraftian acne. And um, actually a brutal incident that happened to him in high school was when when COVID started, people just started wearing a face mask around him just because, like, they were saying that, like, the virus started from him. It's like, he just started crying and, like, he pretty much just got baited, like, right then and there by everyone. And, yeah, it was pretty much brutal for him from the get-go. Now, fast forward to college, we actually entered into the same school. Like, he was like the only person that I just vaguely knew, and he pretty much just went the opposite like route from me. I pretty much became an isolationist. Like, I just really did not want to be around other people because I saw them as like normies or NPCs, and yeah, I really just did not want to be around those. But that guy, that sub five, he pretty much just went around thinking it would be the opposite of high school. Like thinking people would be more open and whatnot. Like he just started talking to everyone. Like just yeah, he just pretty much just started doing that. Like even started following me around, and that really disturbed me because I really did feel like um whatever whatever reputation I may have will just vanish just by mere association with them. And don't get me wrong, I'm not even that attractive, but like if I was seen around that guy, I really did feel like it would be over for me. Like that's how bad it was for him. But yeah, so he pretty much goes on to meet this Becky in a group project. And that Becky's pretty much like a really bossy type of Floyd. And that that sub five would start white knighting all over her. Like man, like he literally did not like get the hint. Like he was pretty much okay. But he pretty much started talking to her, and just started going on about his anime obsessions and his kinks. Like he started telling her about like the like how he wants to be dominated by another Void and how he wants his hands tied together by that Void, like and then being like chained and whatnot. Yeah, he pretty much just started telling that to her. And keep in mind, this was like a month into college. He barely knew her, and he just started saying that to her. And that void, like, I saw her face. She was pretty much, just pretty much just like the look of disgust on her face. It was pretty obvious, and like that guy really was not taking the hint. Like, yeah, he just kept blabbering on about it, and that fight pretty much just took the L. Like, not wanting to be rude, just like just was like going on with it, just going along with it. And yeah, that guy pretty much just like he just took it as they were cool already. Like they're okay. Like yeah. So there's this other group project I was in like a year later that it was for a minor subject, and I was group mates with that Becky, and she was pretty much like really like up in the ass about it, like even wanting me to like sacrifice my major subject just for that, like making me go to school on days when we didn't even have classes, and that really didn't sit right with me. I really got angry at that because I really did not want to be in school with other normies. Just wanted to be alone at home, doing my own thing. And yeah, she was doing that. That really ticked me off. I started like trying to like assert myself more, like just telling her like fuck off, like getting like raising my voice whenever she talked to me in a demeaning way. And yeah, like I really did not take it when the boy just starts shit talking me or like just starts talking down to me. But that guy pretty much just started like being like all over her, like just started white knighting for her, like head on, like started telling me, bro, you're such a douchebag, you know, you should just do what she says. You should just follow her. And if you did not the way she did, if you did not like the way she did things, you should have just made your own group. Like bro, like that guy was pretty much just going on and on and on about her. Like even made like really cringe ass remarks about about wanting to protect her because she feels vulnerable. Like he felt like she feels vulnerable and other cringe shit like saying that he feels like he's her older brother despite her being a year older than him. like yeah, he would say shit like that, like, oh, I'm her older. I feel like her older brother, and I have a tendency to spoil my younger siblings. Yeah, he would pretty much do that. He would he would also like do shit like like bait the bucks off her. Like he would pretty much just spend money on her, like just take her like when she would bring her other Beckys with her, like other Becky Foyds with her. Like that guy would pretty much just like pay for their meal and stuff like that. You would just bait the bucks for her, and yeah, that's pretty much brutal. Like they're pretty much using him like some condom, like and it's just gonna dispose of him like later on. But he really was not getting the hint. But yeah, fast forward, we get this like we have this presentation for that minor useless subject, and then that guy like that Foyd, like once it's over, that Foyd just like gives him her garbage, like just throws it at, like just hands it over to him, like not even saying anything. And that guy just throws it, like just throws it like an obedient dog. And I pretty much tell that guy to like grow a spine, like yeah, like just grow a spine and like don't let people step on him. Like yeah, cause it's like yeah, cause like remember like I was pretty much just like trying to resist like her doormatting me for as much as possible, like really just like leaving her laptop out on the open and stuff like that. But that guy, yeah, he was pretty much just being walked all over, and he didn't. And he was fine with it. Like that was the worst part. He was just fine with being like stepped on by everyone. And yeah, like he does that, and he just starts ranting about like, "Yo, I'm just being kind, bro. You're just a douchebag. Like, bruh, like whatever. Just fuck off." And yeah, I pretty much just lost. I just whatever what little respect I had for him was just like thrown out the window when he said that. Like, yeah, it was brutal for him. Okay, now, okay, now the story is like the main meat of the story, like some background before that. Like that Becky, she pretty much had a boyfriend already. Like that sub five, he's pretty much like doing that, like all the older brother instincts, like that type of like saying that type of stuff about her. She had a boyfriend already during that time, and now during that sub, like that guy actually became friends with that boyfriend. But yeah, that boyfriend was pretty much a simp for her. Like he would go out like asking her about everything she did and like really get angry whenever she talked to another boy, except him. Except him because he knew that that guy really was not a competition whatsoever. Like let's just face it, like that guy wasn't like that sub five really wasn't competition whatsoever. That's why he just tolerated him there. But that Floyd pretty much like dumped that simp, and yeah, that they dumped that simp, and her new boyfriend is pretty much like a friend of mine. She pretty much gets this new boyfriend. This new boyfriend is like cool with me, and then but like he was cool with me, but he really wasn't cool with that sub 5. Like he really loathed that sub 5 because of how he acted. Like like his complaint was like that sub 5 acted like he was an anime protagonist and would say really cringe crap. And that's when I found out that he actually said that he spoiled he spoils the Becky out loud. He actually said it out loud. I thought that was just like in the chat, but no, he actually said it out loud. And, like, bruh, it's really brutal for him. Alright, now fast forward. The actual main meat of the story, like the actual thing this video's about. Fast forward, that guy, like that sub 5, he pretty much just like that Floyd just starts ignoring him. Like like he complains that that Floyd just like her aura changed. He literally said that her aura changed and she doesn't feel like a younger sister anymore. And yeah, he pretty much says that. And yeah, like that's pretty much him. Like he just got dumped right then and there. Like that Floyd would talk to their mutuals and just and like when he's around, he just got ignored. Like he got baited again, like in high school. Now there's this incident where he actually he actually went to her city with the ex, like the simp, and he pretty much went to to the city she lived in, and started going around places that she frequented, and taking pictures of him in there. Like he says he doesn't know, but I highly doubt it. Like anyone with a brain cell would know. Like he pretty much just went in front of her house, and then took pictures of himself there, and he pretty much just started sending those pics to her. Like yeah, up to this day he still denies that he knew, but come on, he knew it. Like let's face it, he knew it. He's just coping. And then yeah, he pretty much sends those pics to her on Messenger. Like they use Messenger for fuck's sake. And that Floyd sees it and just starts freaking out. Like what the fuck are you doing in front of my house? Like yeah, like an actual fucking creep. Like she thought it was a fucking creep. Yeah, and that boyfriend, the boyfriend she was with, the one who loaded that sub 5, actually was with her. Like he was seeing those chats, and he pretty much just started cussing at him. Literally, just started cussing at him, like calling him an idiot, like a loser, someone who's stupid, and a son of a whore, like stuff like that. Literally, just started receiving insults, and that sub 5, he's pretty much just baited. Like he just started apologizing. Like he knew he couldn't really do anything, like he just got like stepped on like right then and there by that guy. And yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And what's worse was that like what happened to him just started spreading all over school. Like people started knowing about what he did and they started like not wanting to be associated with him. Yeah, it was pretty much brutal. Like that guy, like, okay, after an entire semester of not talking to me, like, he just pretty much approached me out of nowhere and started lamenting at the fact that that he white knighted for that Becky and was just thrown out like that. He even started saying really cringe shit um, like how he protected her from me and we became friends and he was like shut out like that and yeah and yeah like man it was really brutal like 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 when he'd reach out to my friend even like my other friend and someone who knew him from way back and would say that type of crap but like no like he was literally alone at that point literally zero friends right then and there and what's worse was like, remember his mentality where everyone who talked to him was his friend, like considered him his friend. Yeah, that really bit him in the ass because like the people he just attracts now are like the people who wants like shit on him. Like he approached like man, like people would just like people don't want to actually be around him to like get to know him and all that like out of genuine like interest. Nah, people actually just wanted to be around him just so that they could know more about the type of shit he does and like the type of cringe stuff that he says and just laugh at it. Like that's pretty much the main point. Like it's pretty much just genetic destiny to be laughed at by everyone around him. Like man, this guy has it rough. This guy has it rough. Like I even saw his dad's like profile on Facebook. Yeah, like he really has a bad genetic limitation, man. Like his uh like maximum genetic ability, like it's just like really low, bro. Like the most you could be is a 4. And keep in mind, like I live in a country where the average person is like 4, 5, 4, 5, 6 or lower. And even by Western standards, like we'd still be considered sub fives. But man, this guy, he was still treated like a subhuman despite everyone not even looking that good. It is very much over for him, man. Like yeah, even if he got rid of his acne, he would still look kind of. He would still be a sub 5, and there's really nothing he can do about it. Yeah, like that's the thing. There's really nothing he can do about it. Like think about it. If he was, let's say, a Chad, and he did the exact same thing to that Becky, like approach that Becky to her house, she's pretty much gonna like start like being all outright like, oh my god, this Chad visited my house despite me being a Becky. Like she'd be all out for it. But that it was it was that guy, and she's like, oh my god, what a fucking creep. That guy just went to my fucking house. And yeah, that's pretty much what happened to him. Like you see, the thing is, if you're a sub 5, you really just can't go around like telling people like the weird stuff you're interested in, like because automatically if you're sub 5, like people would automatically associate you with the negative things, like literally the negative things. Like if he's quiet, people would think he's a creep. But yeah, and if he's loud, people would think he's annoying. But yeah, you see, like people really would just put any sub 5 in a negative light. And yeah, what's worse is with him saying all of that crap, people don't even just want to leave him alone. Like, okay, like if you're a sub 5 and you don't do this crap, okay, people would just leave you alone. Like they wouldn't really care about you. Like just as long as you get out of there, like just don't associate with them. Like okay, whatever. But this guy, since he started being cringe around everyone, like people he attracted the wrong type of crowd. Like people who just actually like he can't make genuine friends anymore. Because like the people who would just go around him are gonna be the ones that just want to exploit him for humor. Like yeah, going back, the friend I knew since way back in high school, like the actual genuine friend, he did not reciprocate that type of friendship towards that sub 5. Like that sub 5 thought he was friends with him, but nah, like he just he just like just like actually saw him as someone he could just ridicule. Like even got that guy to like recite the thing that converts you to Islam, because as a joke, and he actually did it like an actual fucking like actual that just dominated. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like if you're if you're sub 5, just accept it. Like there's no hope for you. Just don't just don't say crap. Just don't say really retarded stuff. It's probably better for you to be alone than to be around people who just treat you like shit. Like come on. And also don't fucking beat the Bucks, man. Like just don't beat the Bucks. Like 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 imagine like you just spent all of that money on her and she did not reciprocate like those feelings. She pretty much just milked him from whatever penny he was worth and just threw him out like a fucking used condom. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I actually genuinely feel bad for that guy, even though I'm not in good terms with him. Like man, it's really brutal. It's really brutal. Like yeah, I like there's really nothing that guy can do. It's really just over for him, man. Like no matter where he goes. And what's worse is he actually wants to be a teacher. And, like man, he's just gonna get like fucking treated. He's just gonna get baited by his own students, and he doesn't even know it. Like that guy lives in sheer ignorance. Like I tried telling him the things that he was receiving, and he was just like, man, stop sending that to me. I prefer to be living in ignorance. Like, I know I'm the butt of the jokes, but what made it okay is the fact that I didn't know. Like, man, man, like that guy, it's very much over for him. Like, he's just fine with everyone treating him like trash, pretty much, like an actual subhuman. I mean, yeah, like he just accepted it. He just accepted his genetic fate that he's really just gonna be treated like trash by everyone. And unfortunately, that's what most men have to live with. But you know, like I don't know, if you just didn't take the shit that people were taking, like I'd say it'd be much better, I guess. Like yeah, sure, people, but having that dignity, like you probably should not throw out your dignity just to like please everyone. Like come on, like yeah, like say if you're sub 5, like sure, like it's okay, whatever. Just, like yeah, just accept like people don't wouldn't like you, but don't actually just allow people to just like step all over you. Just like man, just you gotta preserve your dignity, man. It's like that guy though. That guy, he's pretty much, it's pretty much over for him, man. It's pretty much over for him.